complete on probation. Thank you.
Thank you, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. And we also do not think the recommendation is appropriate for just a straight county time. It does not honor the killable agreement. I would ask that the killable agreement be followed or he be given a period of probation. He is open to being placed on probation, is willing to benefit from the services offered, and I believe in the past he also has benefited from being on probation. I would ask that a period of probation be adopted. Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, what would you like me to know?
Yeah, Miss Aquilina. I mean, I mean, in the past, I had little problems and all that, but I don't have no drug problem. I don't use drugs, nothing like that. You know, but CSH, yes, I need the mental health. I have been dealing with the mental health. I go to the bus over here every Tuesday to talk to the nurses and the doctors. Then around the corner from the bus station, they got a little mental health place you can go in every day. I be going around there, and I deal with Eli right here, the family thing. He helps me out. You know, I've been going to little groups and dealing with them and all that. You know, I've been doing a little okay.
Are you able to work?
No, I guess SSI Social Security.
And who do you live with?
I've been at the shelter.
Are you working on, are they helping you get a home? Or
Yeah, yes. Soon I can be able to do that. Yes, I will. Cause I don't like being over there no way. But that's the only place I know I'm capable to be at right now. You had told me to before to go to the where was it, to go talk to somebody about the housing thing? What was it, the city or something?
Well, the city, I'm sure they have some people in the shelter who are helping, right? But the city does have some people who also are working, and there's some new housing that's coming up in the
I don't know, you
community.
told me to the city kind of build something, you told me to go.
Yeah, probably over to the mayor's office. They do have some resources. Yeah,
Yes.
they do have someone who handles that.
Other than that, I've been doing everything I'm supposed to do, everything.
So, are you still married to the victim?
Yes,
So you understand, I have 3 files here where you had contact with her. And I do note in the, under the marriage, I believe her name is spelled wrong. It's spelled wrong somewhere. Do you know how to spell her name, sir?
CASSANDRA.
Okay, so I'm correcting that on the marriage. The spelling was wrong.
We don't have no problem or nothing. I asked you, was there any way you can set it up so we can go to marriage council and stuff, try to work on our behavior and all that? I want to do that too.
Well, I don't know if she does, and I don't know if I have, I don't, for absolute certain, I don't have jurisdiction over her. However, how I work it, sir, is you will go to intensive treatment, and if and when the therapist says she can come into treatment, she can have treatment with you if she so chooses.
Oh, okay.
But you cannot arrive together, you cannot leave together, and if you are in contact with her, I will send you to prison.
Yes.
This isn't gonna be a jail situation, this is gonna be a prison situation, and I'm going to make that known on my notes. And the reason, sir, is I got 3 files where you have violated the law, and very dangerous situation. I know that there's nollies, there's gonna be dismissals of the other 2, but in one of the files, and you have a presumption of innocence, but for the purpose of sentencing and everything else, I have to look at this history. And in docket 252264 FH, you have a domestic violence 3rd offense against her, assault with a dangerous weapon, where there's alleged a knife to have been used. And then also in 252265, again, she is a victim, domestic violence third. I mean, you've had more thirds than are allowable. And your habituals speak to not only resisting, obstructing, which against police, which is violent, but the other cases are also domestic violence, sir. You've got some issues here. I don't know if the two of you should be together. I leave that up to a trained therapist, but you'll not be with her until somehow I get clearance that there's safety and that she wants to be with you. I bet she's scared of you, sir. Sir, as the
Yes.
cycle of violence goes, you have this honeymoon phase, and I bet you're just the nicest man, and she loves you to pieces. But whatever sets you off, you then become violent, and so we go into this violent phase. And
Yeah.
sir, you can
That's it.
deny it all day long, but I got
Right.
3 files that speak
Right.
to that. You
Right.
are the picture of the cycle of violence and your relationship with her. So if that doesn't get cured, if you're not treated, if this continues, I'm sending you into prison and doing it the hard way. So I suggest you stay away from her.
That's mine.
Because I tend to disagree with this plea offer because you have a significant violent history against one woman.
20 years.
And your criminal history speaks to that. And I worry about her safety. So, sir, I deal in evidence. Rehabilitate yourself. Stay crime-free. She deserves roses, not bruises, not threats, no knives, no guns, no ammunition, no weapons, no other items used as a weapon. Well, you're gonna get rehabilitated the hard way then. Well, sir, that's up to you. Because I have a history here that I don't like. And let me tell you what I can do, so you keep that in the back of your mind. You can be sentenced 40 months to 60 months. So if that's what you're aiming for, try it again. See that picture?
Yes.
You picture yourself in prison in a jumpsuit for 40 months? And you're lucky they got rid of all the habituals and everything, because at this point you'd be facing life. So I don't know if you've ever looked at your full history here and the actual outcomes without these very generous plea offers. I'm the wrong judge to mess with.
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes.
So I keep my promises, and I just made you one. I'm also gonna write a little reminder on the top of your file. So if you decide to get angry against anyone, but especially your wife who you're not supposed to be around,
Take a walk.
yeah, you just take a walk, because otherwise you are walking.
I'm the one to be getting in trouble.
Yeah, you're getting a free Uber ride to prison, not jail, prison.
Yes.
Have I made myself clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you remember that, sir?
Yeah, I swear I will. Swear.
I deal in evidence, so I want to see that evidence, sir.
Appreciate it. You right.
Okay. So, sir, you're gonna be on probation for 36 months. It certainly warrants that. You want to get off probation early, then you do everything, you do it well, you do it right, and you become the best probationer we ever had, which I think you're capable of. But I, again, deal in evidence, okay?
Okay.
You shall not use, possess, consume, purchase, or be in the presence of alcohol, illegal drugs, or drug paraphernalia. If you have the need for any of those things, you'll present a prescription from a licensed medical physician within 24 hours. You will take any and all psychotropic medication as prescribed. If you don't like it, I know that they change once in a while. I know sometimes they have bad side effects. You don't change that medication until you go to your doctor and they put you on something else and you follow the instructions, whether they titrate you up or down or whatever they do, you follow those instructions. It is very important for your mental health so that it gets treated properly. And so we don't have any outbursts, because for you, an outburst could mean prison. So let's work with your doctors very, very closely and let probation know that you are on medication and how you're supposed to take it. You will be regularly tested for drugs and alcohol. If you are positive, we will have a secondary test to see what you're positive for. We can test for two reasons. One is to make sure that you are substance free, but also the other is to make sure that you are taking the prescribed psychotropic medication as prescribed, because that will also show up. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. You will not use any weapon, guns, ammunition, no objects as a weapon. You'll not be in the presence of them. You will not use them in any assaultive behavior. You will not participate in any assaultive behavior. As you just said, you will walk. If you do not, you will be arrested.
Oh.
You will participate in the long-term domestic violence programming, which includes anger management and cognitive behavioral. There are a lot of different programs. I'm finding that you're indigent, so you will work with probation to find a program that deals with that so you can afford it. Usually there's PATS and other agencies where they will charge you on a sliding scale. So hopefully they don't charge you. If it's too much, we're going to find you a different program. There's a lot of different programs that work with probation. If you are positive for any substances, you will then avail yourself of substance abuse treatment that will be intensive outpatient. If we need to, I will put you in a residential treatment program. You will not have any contact with the victim, Cassandra Partee. No contact means no flowers, no Hallmark cards, no messages by carrier pigeons, smoke signal, hand signal. If you end up at the same Myers, you don't give her a raised eyebrow or wiggle an ear. You do an about face and you leave without any emotion, because contact includes other kinds of messages. No messages through third parties. You end up at the same Myers, you leave. You end up at the same church service, you leave. You end up at the same McDonald's. You go over to Burger King or Taco Bell or whatever your pleasure is, but you leave. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
You will allow probation of your residence at any time for probation supervision without a warrant, and submit to a search of your person and property, including your residence, cell phone, vehicle, anything you have access to, computer. I know you don't have a residence now, but as you are in various shelters, I know you're only allowed to stay so many days, etc. You need to tell probation where you can be found. So every time you move, you need to let them know so we can verify that you're doing what you need to do. You will keep them apprised of your cell phone and your address, and you will work with probation and whatever other agencies so we get you some stable housing. I don't know if you qualify for Section 8 or any of those other things.
No, I can get Section 8 because the domestic, I can get the low income housing.
Yeah, so you'll work to get that paperwork in and done. Do you have an ID, sir?
Yes.
All right, very good. You will not be within 1,000 feet of Cassandra Partee. Do you have minor children?
You have children under the age of 18.
Yeah, older.
They're all older.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I have in this report that you and your wife have separated and you do not wish to reconcile. So you sort of indicated to me that you do want to reconcile. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it has to be her choice to go into treatment with you. And again, that's all, that contact that's allowed is only if probation and the treatment provider agree that you would all benefit from that, and she wants to go. You can't force her, and it will have to be the probation department, crime victims unit, or therapist that reaches out to her. And if she does not want to participate, I don't have jurisdiction over her. It's just going to be made an offer to her, and there'll be no other conversation.
Okay.
You will arrive and leave separately,
Okay.
and that's only if and when. You will not be in the presence of anyone who is on parole or probation. If you need to be with them, then as long as they're in good standing and we know about it, then you're allowed to have that contact. You will not have any contact with anyone in the Department of Corrections unless, again, we know about it and everyone's in good standing, including you. You will not have any contact with any known gang members. You'll not wear gang colors, insignia, or tattoos.
3 files. Same woman. Same pattern. That is what Judge had in front of her when Troy Burks walked into her courtroom. 3 separate domestic violence cases against one victim, his own wife, spanning years. A history that included alleged use of a knife as a weapon, resisting police, and more third offense charges than are legally supposed to exist for one person. The prosecution and defense both agreed on probation. The judge agreed too, but not before she made something crystal clear. She described the cycle of violence in terms that were almost clinical and completely devastating. She told Burks she was certain his wife still loved him during the honeymoon phase, but that whatever set him off turned him violent, and that she had 3 files of evidence to prove that pattern. She told him she was the wrong judge to mess with. She told him that if he violated the no-contact order, she would send him to prison, not jail, prison, and she would make sure that note was on the front of his file. And then she described the no-contact order in language that is unlike anything you normally hear in a courtroom. No flowers, no Hallmark cards, no carrier pigeons, no smoke signals, no raised eyebrow, no wiggle of the ear. And if you end up at the same McDonald's, you go to Burger King. But the line that stopped the room? She deserves roses, not bruises, not threats, no knives, no guns, no weapons. Troy Burks received 36 months of probation. Whether he earns his way off it early or ends up in prison is entirely up to him. The judge made that promise too, and she said she keeps her promises. If you found this case as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns. Because justice never gets old.